If you stood in the city 500 years ago, you wouldn't recognize it. Not the streets, not the people, not even the silence. Because back then, silence meant something. It meant danger, it meant disease, it meant someone had just disappeared. There were no streetlights, no police, no certainty that you would survive the night. And yet, millions lived. Here, loved here, fought here, died here. Tonight, we are not just looking at history. We are walking into it. Let me take you somewhere. Not just back in time, but into a world that feels almost unreal. The early 1500s. A time when maps were incomplete. When science was uncertain. When cities were alive, but fragile. This city, one of the great urban centers of its time, was not built for comfort. It was built for survival. Imagine standing at its gates, tall wooden doors reinforced with iron, guards watching silently, faces hardened by years of uncertainty. You step inside, and immediately the world changes. The air is thicker, the noise is louder, the feeling heavier. This is not just a place, it's a system, a machine made of people, and every person is trying to make it through another day. Morning arrives quietly, not with alarms, but with light. Golden sunlight spills across rooftops made of wood, clay, and straw. Smoke begins to rise, one house, then another, then hundreds. Cooking fires, the smell of bread baking, of porridge simmering, of life beginning again. The streets slowly fill. Merchants carry goods on their backs. Farmers enter the city gates with carts of vegetables. Children run barefoot, laughing unaware of the dangers around them. But look closer. The roads are uneven, wet, covered in mud and worse. Waste flows through open drains. The city smells alive, but not clean. Because this is a time before sanitation, before understanding disease, before safety. Yet still, life pushes forward. At the center of everything, the market. This is where the city breathes the loudest. Voices overlap in a constant storm of sound. The air is thick with smells. Sweet fruits are raw meat, sweat is smoke here. Information spreads quickly, news, rumors, fear. A single whisper can travel across the entire city in hours. But the market is not just about trade. It's about survival. Every coin matters. Every deal counts. Because one bad day could mean no food tomorrow. Step away from the market and everything changes. The streets narrow. The noise fades. The light struggles to reach the ground. This is where the city hides its secrets. A man walks quickly, head down. A woman closes her door without a sound. Eyes watch from behind wooden shutters. Not out of curiosity, but caution. Because here, people disappear. No one asks why. No one follows. Because in these streets, knowing too much can be dangerous. Above the chaos rises another world. Stone palaces, high towers, walls built not just for protection, but for separation inside. Everything is different. Clean air, bright halls, servants moving silently. The elite live in comfort, protected from the dirt, from the disease, from the reality below. But even here, fear exists, because power is never stable. And in a city like this, everything can change overnight. There is another city, one that doesn't appear on maps. A city of the forgotten, not the poor, the sick, the abandoned. They live in corners in ruins, in spaces no one else wants. Their voices are quiet, but their struggle is constant. A child searches for food. A man coughs violently in the cold. This is the foundation of the city, unseen, but essential. Then night falls and everything shifts. The sun disappears, and with it, safety. Torches flicker weakly against the darkness. Shadows stretch across walls. The streets empty faster than you expect, because night does not belong to everyone. Crimes increase. Doors lock. Trust vanishes. People speak of things they cannot explain. Figures in the dark. Sounds with no source. Moments that don't make sense. And in a place this uncertain, fear becomes real. But the greatest threat is invisible disease. It arrives quietly. No warning. No explanation. One person falls sick, then another. Then entire families. Symptoms spread like wildfire.fever that weakness is silence. Doctors don't understand it. They try everything, herbs, prayers, isolation, but nothing works because the city was never built to stop this, and then everything breaks, food runs out. Fear takes control, order disappears, people riot, voices rise against authority, fire spreads. Through the streets, buildings collapse. The same city that once thrived now fights to survive. This is the moment, the breaking point. Will the city rise again or vanish forever? And yet, it survives, slowly, painfully. It rebuilds, new walls, new streets, new lives. But something never leaves, the memory of what it once was, because beneath every modern road, under every building, the past still exists, waiting. 500 years ago, this city looked like this, and maybe, if you listen closely, you can still hear it. History doesn't disappear. It hides in the places we forget to look.